Namaskaram, you're all with team Himlifeschool right now, and we are discussing a very important problem which is linked to syllabus completion. So 1 week before the exam, most of the students are worried that their syllabus is not yet completed. So let me first check with our own students 1 week before the exam. Suresh, we had a call 1 week before the exam.
Yes.
So at that point of time, did you not have a sense of incompletion where some level of things would be left out? What was your scenario at that point?
See, sir, it's obvious that at this juncture, every CA students will have thoughts running in their minds. So there could be, those could be like not completing the syllabus, whether I could be able to write well, whether I would be able to clear the exams. Those are all common for all the students. So my only tip is to be calm, be patient, write whatever you have completed till now, revise the same thing again and again, repeat that, and then attempt it, so that at least you have done your part, right? So the rest of the part will get decided after 1 month.
Perfect. So because I very precisely remember the call with Suresh where he was concerned that the syllabus is not yet done at that point of time. Now I'll tell you why we are saying even if you are not completed the syllabus, still you can clear the chance. Don't correlate it the other way around. Even if you are not, even if something is missed out, even if 30-40% is missed out, still there is a chance. I'll tell you why and how. Now, if you talk about syllabus, this is the syllabus which ICAI has recommended, right? So it is practically impossible for many people to complete the entire syllabus. It's largely impossible, right? And there's one more reason. So this is the denominator. This is what might get tested. And what I'm showing you right now is the May 24 paper. So out of the entire syllabus, only this much will get tested. Hardly 10 pages. So only this much will get tested. That's it. So if you look at the volume of what you have to study and what gets tested, it's less than 1%. So there is a good chance that out of 99% what you are not studied, most of it may not even get tested. So when you do not know and when it doesn't get tested, it doesn't matter. Please understand this. I'm not starting this at the beginning of the examination or beginning of the preparation. 1 week before the exam, you have to look at it. Let's say you don't know 30%. What if not even a question is asked from the 30%? So we never know what might happen, but you should not waste time in anticipating that some things will pick up from what you don't know. Focus on what you know, as Suresh has mentioned. This is about the question paper. And talking about the answer sheet, now this is an answer sheet which has given you the 55 marks part. So when you look at it, only so much is required to be written. You only have to write so much. Again, 10 to 12 pages is what you have to write. So when the question paper is so much, answer sheet is so much, you need not worry about having infinite load of information or knowledge. So this is exactly the context of this video. We'll elaborate upon that. And before I proceed forward, you can look on the screen over there, which I'm pointing you. So there you might be seeing, I just see if that is visible. You might be seeing the 5 steps in preparation. So syllabus completion is only 1%. When I say that, for you to clear the exams, for you to clear CA, syllabus completion is only 20% game. The remaining, you require a particular mindset, you require a particular routine. You should be able to revise what has already been done, and most importantly, you should be able to present everything in the main exam. So it requires a lot of steps. So that is the reason why do not worry only on this, because there are people who complete the entire syllabus and still they would not clear because they're not focusing on other aspects. I hope the context is clear. With this, I'll make it a small conversation with our students so that you'll get better insights. So Manju, what was your scenario like? Suresh has shared a scenario. What was your scenario like 1 week before the exam?
For me, particularly for group 2, I have not completed majority of the syllabus. So even I was in a panic mode because I chose to write both the groups at once. So I was panicking inside as to how will I be able to complete the rest of the syllabus that were untouched in this 1 week. And I had to focus on FR largely because the exams were approaching. However, when I was going through the respective papers in group 2, my preparation strategy was very different from what others usually do. I have not done chapter questions. I've not followed that approach. Whereas I've done question papers from the past few years and I've picked the information from there. So I was pretty tense, but again, syllabus completion, I've not done it, but here I am, so I wouldn't correlate that with passing an exam.
Andrea, what are your thoughts on this? Correlation between syllabus completion and clearing exams.
So, as we know that CA consists of around 7 subjects and the syllabus is pretty huge. So practically, if we see, even though if we complete the syllabus, we cannot get that confidence that we have completed every nook and corner. So rather than focusing on the things which we don't have confidence that we have completed, focus on the things that we have completed. Try to revise them, try to recall them. So they would be pretty helpful to build your confidence, to sit in the exam for 3 years. When you start with effort, the rest will it will be done, the rest will be done. So this 1 week is pretty crucial. Don't focus on what is not yet completed. Focus on what you have completed. Try to recall them. Try to just revise them, and the rest will be sorted.
So Hari, what's your take on this?
For me, I've covered whole syllabus, but few topics in every chapter was gray area for me. A few topics like in business combination, I know business combination, how to do business combination, but in business combination there will be few methods like reverse measure and chain holding. In case of consolidation, chain holding low. So even in chapters, few topics were gray areas for me. So even though I covered 100% syllabus, these gray areas were nightmares for me. So instead of looking at them and getting care of them, I was revised more of which I already know of. So small standards like index on assets, index on disclosures and other items. These were I was good at them, and I know I can deal with any question which will come from them. So in every subject like this, I was having very strong areas which I know that I can clear those problems whichever way they might be asked. So for everyone, there will be some sense of incompleteness. How many hours they may spend on the syllabus completion. So instead of looking at the incompleteness, please look at what you have already completed and get strong in those areas and solve many question papers as well as many previous year papers, so that you know the pattern of the question paper as well as what the questionnaire examiner is asking about. You will be driven out of the fear of exam as well when you look at the question papers before going to the exam. So this may help you, and all the very best.
Perfect, Hari. So finally, not just telling you that everything is okay, I'm also giving you an insight on what has to be done. Let's say you have only 4 days before the FR exam, or 6 days for that matter. So divide all the syllabus into 4 parts, 25, 25, 25, 25, and divide the day into 3 to 4 parts. So at any given point of time, you build 6 marks. The scope of syllabus will be 6 marks. 6 into 16 is equal to 96 marks. So in 4 days, you should be able to revise maximum things which has already been done, and be very specific in terms of how much time you allot, because again, you'll never get a sense of, even if you give 6 months, you still feel that something is left out. So you have to give 6 hours at some point of time. So that way, you should be able to complete most of the syllabus, and we'll give you further updates on how this can be done. Okay. So thank you all of you for sharing your insights, and I hope this video is very helpful for you. Thank you.